Hello, I'm going to be showing you a quick demonstration of the RTI reports that can be accessed via the Let's Go Learn data portal. First of all, I do need to be logged in as an administrator who has access to multiple sites or a single site. So this report can actually be run by either a principal or a district administrator who has access to more than one school. So once I'm logged in, I'm going to go up to the Reports menu and I will select RTI and Program Placement. From here, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you today the RTI Dora report for grade 9. So let's select that. And what that means is this report is for placing students into freshman English language arts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at last year's spring data because I want to go ahead and find out how these students can be placed into freshman ELA. So I'm going to select 8th grade. I'll hit begin. And now I'm going to select my schools. I'm going to go ahead and just select everything. Now here's our report. The idea is these are 8th graders who are being tested in 8th grade, but they're going to be placed into 9th grade ELA. All right, let me go ahead and explain this report to you. So we see that 376 students were tested. These are 8th graders. We see from here the grade range. The first group are 39 students who are going to be placed into intervention ELA. This is the lowest category. Those are students who are really struggling in some basics like decoding. The second group are students who are strong in decoding, but really they're maybe low in comprehension. And so they would not have the ability to jump directly into an English 1 course. The third group is called English 1 with support. These are students who probably could handle English 1, but maybe their comprehension is marginally low, and so we want to watch them. And if we do have some kind of intervention, maybe it's a summer boot camp, or maybe it's a fall intervention that we do at the very beginning, or maybe it's some kind of support that happens throughout the year. So this is a different category. These other categories are students who could go into English 1. But this first category 4 are some students that we worry because their vocabulary is a little low, so we do want to indicate that. Number 5, these are students who can go into English 1. Number 6, these are students who have very high across all 3 scores. So maybe these are students who could possibly go into honors. If I click on any one of these, let's click on one group, I can actually see the list of students here with their data. Okay. If I go back, I could also at the very top, I can hit download all. And this would allow me to download the Excel spreadsheet for the entire group. And then in the very far right column, it would have their tier number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Let's take a look at the RTI report for Pre Algebra. We use a Pre Algebra report because it's a very fast and efficient assessment, but it's also highly diagnostic. Students who are algebra ready or 9th grade math ready would take merely 15 minutes to take the assessment. If they are not, more questions are turned on and it may take up to 45 minutes. So again, let's put in the spring date. And I'm going to put in 8th graders. We have multiple versions. So we have, in this particular report, we have an A, B, and C version. We also have a district version that can be customized for you. Okay, so same thing with the ELA. We can customize that version for your district. Let's hit the begin button. I'll select version C. I'll select all schools again. And now here's our report. We see 309 students have come up, and we have some different groups. The first group is Math Readiness. So this is really your students who cannot or are not ready for 9th grade mathematics. So they're working on basic math skills. That's the reason why we place them into this. We look at the subtest associated with basic math, and the students have not made a certain level, so they are placed into this tier 1 group. All right. The Algebra 1 with support, these are students who have good or solid basic math skills, but maybe their 8th grade math skills are a little low. And so we feel like if they do go into Algebra 1, they really should have some additional support, or maybe that support happens in the summer. So that's why they're in Group 2. Group 3 are students who are ready, but we have a little bit lower confidence. In Group 4, we feel, yes, they're solid 9th grade math ready. Okay, again, I can click on the columns to see the list of students. Or, of course, I can come up to the very top, click the Download All button, and I get an Excel extract of all of my students with their groupings. Now, just be aware, these numbers, even though this is RTI, this is not your traditional Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. We actually are giving you a few more groups because these are diagnostic reports, right? A simple 1 through 3 is great for screening, but this is a diagnostic report being used to place students into freshman courses. We can customize all this for your district, so it's something you have a discussion with your Let's Go Learn customer success specialist, and we could figure out what your needs are. Thank you.